Was a triumph. I'm making a note here. Oh, hey there. Welcome to Eve News, Weather, and Sports. Today is February the 23rd, 2026. I'm Mike Azariah, and let's get down to it. First thing up, I want to talk about is one of the more controversial things that have come across my desk on Eve, and that's they're going to start bringing AI into the game in a very limited fashion. What they plan on doing is having a help bot that has studied something like 9 months worth of question and answers in Rookie Help Chat. So it's also learned a bit from me, which is unusual because very seldom did my students learn anything from me. But uh, they are they tried to narrow down what the most common questions are. To a certain extent, one of the goals was if they could find the 20 most common questions, they could just make a wiki entry for Eve Uni that says, here's the most common questions and their answers. They studied, where's the numbers? I wrote it down here. 5.8 million messages that they studied, and they had 706,000 of those 5 million messages that were genuine questions. And the most common question they trip across of those 706,000 only occurred 176 times. And it was mainly, what do I do next? Or where do I go from here? That sort of thing. So it was a very vague, open ended question, which means that most of our answers were, well, that depends. So I'm going to be really interested to, if I get a chance to see how this works, because I think AI is a great thing in this very limited function. I don't want AI writing my game for me. I don't want AI art being the art in the game for me. Although I've seen some really nice AI art and some of the stuff that's coming out on Twitter and it's just scary awesome. But we are talking about a help bot. Something is trying to increase retention for the new bros, which I am all in favor for. So in the next little while, they're doing what's called A/B testing, where they're going to take of the new players, half will get the AI guidance and half will not. And then take a look further down the road and see, did it have any effect whatsoever on the churn, on the retention of the players? If it didn't, then they may just quietly put that to the side and continue on trying other things. Personally, I'd love to know if I've had any effect on the retention of players, but there's no way to A B test me. Now, gamers have a real knee jerk reflex to AI overall. And I think it's partially because we feel the game is ruined by bots. And there's enough AI on the player side that we really don't want to see the AI coming in on the game side as well. But some of us go, oh, it's not too bad botting. So take that attitude with this, give it a chance, wait to see what happens, and then make your determination of whether you hate it or like it. Me, I'm waiting for the numbers to come out at the end, if they ever tell us, and I would love to get a shot at looking at the AI and asking it questions that I am positive came up over those 9 months, because I was there for those 9 months. Second thing, there are the preliminary rumblings of an event coming up in Eve, and that is the Galente election. There's been a resignation of the leader of the Galente Federation, and there are three candidates up vying for it. Although I am mad I did not get a chance to toss my hat in the ring and run for president of the Galente Federation. I think that would be fantastic. But I didn't get a chance, and hey, I don't own enough corporations probably. The there's going almost for sure there's going to be an event where you are going around doing something, collecting widgets or MacGuffins and turning them in to count as votes. One year they tried having a vote inside the inside FanFest, and one of the more imaginative players stole a bowl of the chits that were being used as votes so he could wildly influence it because the presenters didn't know what this was all about. They were just coming to make a presentation and had a bowl to hand out to the people who attended, and somebody just walked up, took the bowl, and walked away with hundreds and hundreds of votes to influence whether or not what was the vote on? I think it had to do the quarantine of a planet. So uh, watch for that in the coming days, and I will let you know when I learn more about it. But the Galente election is coming up, and I'm sure there will be slightly lean towards the Galente theme come FanFest. Speaking of FanFest, player presenters have been announced, and there's a few good ones that I'm really looking forward to seeing, and I do hope that they're all recorded and presented on YouTube as they have been on and off over the years. Because hey, I love watching our resident rocket scientist and space pope do his presentations. He's not doing one this year that I saw, but the presenters that are there are going to be really fun to watch, and I'm looking forward to that. Wish I could be there. I really do, but to a certain extent, I'm also glad I'm at home so I can watch it slowly and rewind when I don't catch something. On to the violence. In movement in the corporations and alliances, um, Wings Freedom. I keep thinking they should be Wings of Freedom, but it's Wings Freedom lost 1,135 players, and Shuangxi Federation picked up 1,109. So I just wonder if that was a little swap across. In violence, Nullsec, it was four attack Hotel Whiskey Foxtrot with 341 ships blown up and 261 pods. In Losec, it was Amamake with 709 ships, over 157 pods. And in HiSec, it was good old Jita with 887 ships blown up and 208 pods. And for violence against NPCs in NPC space, it was 3 Tech Quebec Yankee Victor Echo with 51,089 ships blown up. Where is that, Tino? Not 100% sure, but leastwise, I remembered to do the violence this week. When you're playing a game like this, there are arguments that we seem to see recycled continuously. If you go through the forums, you can see the same arguments coming over and over and over again. And then you see the new arguments that come up, like AI is going to be a new argument when it comes up, and if it comes up. It's always, why don't you get the devs who were working on this to do something real and give me my carriers better? As if the people who write AI are also good at balancing ships. CCP is a large company, has a lot of people in it, a lot of moving parts. I was really impressed when I found out that CCP has its own travel agent. That made me impressed that the company is big enough that they actually have a person whose designation is travel agent for the company. I find that the people there, enjoy them. All of them that I talk to, I really like. I'd love to go back and see them again. And I actually hope that one or two CCP people actually watch the news, this. But if they don't, that's okay. I'm going to keep chatting at the three of you who are still listening or show up on a regular basis to watch this. And it gives me a chance to have my rum once a week. Uh, I don't know if you ever noticed my shot glass is etched and it says Bucerias, which is a small town in Mexico just north of Puerto Vallarta. Place I've been to several times, I really like, and I want to go again. And so for tonight, my toast is to the people in Puerto Vallarta and Bucerias. I hope you stay safe. I hope it settles down, and I hope to see you soon. Magnifico. Till next time, you guys keep your stick on the ice, and I will talk to you again. Ciao, Bella.